So I originally got involved with Young Lives when I was still in school in Chicago. I studied women's ministry and I always had a heart for moms and babies. I don't even know. People ask me, where did it come from? And I'm like, honestly, don't even know. It just seemed like it was always there. The woman who was leading up that new ministry in Chicago, Khadijah, I reached out to her and she just kind of brought me along. We went to a high school in Chicago that was specifically for teen moms, and she was showing me what they did with Young Lives, and I literally fell in love. When I finally got back to Toledo and I reached out to Young Life in the area and I met with JD and Chris, and they were like, we don't have Young Lives right now, but we hope one day to have it. And I kind of was just like, yeah, I hope one day y'all have it too, you know. I was not like, okay, let's start Young Lives. I was very much like, oh well, let me know when something happens, you know, I would love to help. And then our area director for Young Life, JD, him and I became friends outside of Young Life stuff. We wound up in a life group together, and he would always mention like, oh, I see so many teen moms at the high schools. We really need Young Lives in Toledo. And I would always be like, yeah, we do, you know, like, I'll be praying for that with you, you know, like, I want to see that happen too. One day he texted me and was like, hey, we don't have anything going on, but would you be willing to help us start Young Lives? And in my mind, I was like, absolutely. Like, I would love to help y'all start Young Lives. We kind of met with some regional people for Young Lives, and she gave us some ideas, and this is how you get started. Seriously, the whole time, I was never the person like doing Young Lives. I was always just the person that was gonna help whoever was gonna come and start Young Lives. I still blamed JD though, because he invited me to this leader weekend for the North Coast region of Young Life. And we were there, and our regional Young Lives director got up on the stage in front of like 500 people and was like, hey guys, let's pray for Tiana because she's starting Young Lives in Toledo. And I was kind of like, who is Tiana? Because she can't be talking about me, because I said I would help. I never said I was gonna start Young Lives in Toledo. But that's kind of how it happened. And then seriously, like after that, it was like everywhere I went, I was meeting teen moms, and I was still working at the library, at the downtown library, and I just built some relationships with some teen moms there. And I remember going back to JD like, okay, fine, I'll do Young Lives, because I know these girls and they need Young Lives. They need this space, they need club, they need it. I feel like I have so many hopes and dreams for Young Lives in Toledo. I still hope for the day that there is like somebody who can take my job, so we can do so many different things. Like we can have Young Lives in different parts of the city, you know? My biggest hope for Young Lives is that it just wouldn't belong to any one person or any one church or one small group, but that the city of Toledo as a whole would stack hands for Young Lives. Churches, nonprofits, businesses. That's why I would love to see more hands in Young Lives, so we can reach more girls, we can really reach families, and that these girls would feel supported by their community.